What is going on, guys? Today I got a crazy video. So after trial number 3, this clutch master cylinder has given up. Let me explain what happened here. Yes, I am just in a parking lot. So don't know how well you can see, but over there is the clutch master cylinder. Now you can see, here, let me try to see if I can hold everything here. You can see there's a nut right there, and there's none on that side. That's because that nut popped off. It's not leaking fluid or anything. Everything there is dry. It'll be running down there too. Basically what happened was I was driving, put it into gear at a light, and it started kind of bucking and jolting a little bit, and I was like, what the hell? But then it was fine. And then next light, I actually put it into first, and I heard like a ping, and I found a washer down there somewhere, and I realized it was the washer to the top of the master cylinder. It popped off. So don't know if it was just from me adjusting it, or if it was just from, I don't know, maybe it wasn't on tight enough or something. But part has a lifetime warranty, so we're gonna take it out right here and get a new one installed. Bleed the clutch, all that stuff. So, question is, am I ready to do yet a third clutch master cylinder in a parking lot? Actually, I take that back. The first one was at work. The second one was in a Walmart parking lot. And yeah, this is the third. So we're definitely gonna see what's up. We're definitely gonna see what's going on here. So first step is to just take it out. Okay, so first step is to disassemble the pedal from the cylinder. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take off the nut or the pin that connects it to the cylinder, right? Then I'm gonna go ahead and loosen the bolts connecting it to the firewall. That way I'll be able to pull it out. There we go. The pin for the pedal. Actually, I'll put that in a cup holder. There it is. Again, cup holder activities. Now I'm gonna take off that metal piece there. I'm gonna disconnect it. It's kind of weird. You kind of got to work it around that part of the bracket of the pedal. But there it is. Okay, so now it's free. So now I can just take it out. So all I gotta do now is crack those bolts. Alright, so this is the kind of shitty side. You do have to let out some fluid in order to take out the cylinder, because it's connected to lines. So I gotta crack I gotta crack the nut from the sleeve and then to the actual cylinder. Pop it off, and there you go. So went back to the house. Actually, I went back to AutoZone and the house, and I grabbed a few interesting things. So I got the brake fluid, I got the pan, got some things right here. I got my fluid sucker with the little nipple attachment. So basically I just move this up and down. This was like 70 bucks at Harbor Freight. It's a great value. So take this out right here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is try to set up this funnel to where it'll catch the fluid, so I'm not just making a mess in there. And so I'm not gonna lie, I did spend a lot of time fighting the nut. You see right there, that nut holding that line. You can see it's a little frayed, scratched up. Well, I was just doing it with a normal wrench, and let me just give you some advice when doing this. You can do it with a 10, but it is so hard. I even have these mini wrenches. It was still super difficult. So what I did was I went down to AutoZone and I got this adjustable flare wrench. This wrench is actually designed for these kinds of like AC lines, clutch lines, brake lines, stuff like that. And it's actually got a good bit of weight on here to help you kind of get some leverage. And it's adjustable. So honestly, I bought this thinking it might help and I can just return it. But man, this is, I'm gonna keep this. It's 10 on one side, 12 on another. I literally don't think I could have done this without that little wrench. I'm just gonna make a mess and clean it. Okay, this car needs a wash anyway. Alright, so start letting out some of the fluid. Should probably crack that one too, just so it's easier to work. Man, I'm telling you, dude, this wrench, this thing saved me. So it fits right over the top. Don't know if I need to crack this one or not. Either way, this is coming out. Okay, that clutch line is free. Alright, so clutch line disconnected. You can see right there. Boom. It's off. So now I can get that. So now I can get that those two bolts behind it holding it in, and the hose connecting it to the reservoir. That just kind of comes off, and I can kind of just do that while it's off. I found that to be way easier. Alright, so now I got the bolts off on that side and on that side. You can't really see, it's hard. Pulled the pin out and the locking pin for the cylinder to the pedal. I popped that hard line for the clutch fluid. So I would say, I think it's ready to come out. Let's see. Oh, I need my shade pillow. Literally using this pillow just for shade because it's hot right there. Okay. Ah, perfectly shaded. Okay, now. Okay, and it is popping out. Last time this was kind of hard to do with the clutch line in the way, but it was not impossible. Just gotta kind of play around so you find a little sweet spot. And all the other things I saw say to take off the wiper blades and the cowl, and it's just too much. Here we go. And there it is. So you can see very clearly what happened here. I found one of these little washers just sitting right there under the brake cylinder. Obviously this nut just had its way. It just popped. No more. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to probably need quite a bit of clutch fluid, but I gotta get the new one, take this off, and then reinstall this and this line, I believe, onto the new one, and then I should be good to go. I'm also gonna tighten these a little because I'm not sure how tight or loose they were from the factory or whatever, but can't hurt just to give it a little dink for good measure. But it's been about 2 hours since I've been here working on this, so, and that includes me leaving to the store, me getting Burger King, coming back, so not too crazy, but it is kind of a pain in the butt, I'm not gonna lie. It really is. But now I can just take off this line and bring the whole thing there. So all right, so there is the cylinder. Here is the culprit. So I gotta take this off in order to reuse again. All right, so pretty much what I did, how I got this off right here was let me just kind of set it in there to give you an example. So I got this pick and I just started, you know, lifting it like that. Then once I got to this little area, I kind of used, because it was already like split anyway, I used it, bam, then I got on top, and then I finally popped it out. And then this piece just comes out. So that's about it. And yeah, so now we go and get a new one.